In the land of India, long before modern science and technology, there evolved a unique lineage of mystics and scholars, the Rishis. Swami Vivekananda said, "The truth came to Rishis of India, the Mantradrastas, the seers of thought, and will come to all Rishis in the future. Not to talkers, not to book swallowers, not to scholars, not to philologists, but to seers of thought." These seers, whose wisdom forms the foundation of Indian culture and spirituality, lived in solitude, meditated in deep forests, and unlocked the mysteries of existence. They were philosophers, scientists, and visionaries who influenced the course of humanity. Sri Aurobindo said that the Rishi was not the individual composer of the hymns, but the seer of an eternal truth and an impersonal knowledge. He does not merely see, he also hears. He possesses a supernatural faculty of hearing. To his inner audience, the divine word vibrated out of the infinite. So he is called Kavi Satyasruta, the hearer of truth. In the words of Yakshacharya, the mantra came to the Rishis who were doing tapas or austerities. Therefore they became Rishis, and in that lies the Rishihood of the Rishis. Shaunak supports Yakshacharya's viewpoint in his Brihad Devata, saying, "The mantra is not perceptible to one who is not a Rishi." Rishis have deep spiritual and secret knowledge. They understand everything within themselves. They are wise people who, during meditation, see images and share them in clear ways. The word Rishi is derived from the root Rish. In Sanskrit, it means to go, to move, or to flow. Thus, a Rishi is the one who flows, or moves, or is in tune with the rhythmic flow or movement of the universe. According to Vayu Purana, Rishis have the knowledge of the past, present, and future. They always speak the truth. They are enlightened and they are united to their self. They are well known through their penance. Even while in the womb, the darkness of ignorance has been dispelled by them. They practice the repetition of mantras. Due to their supreme power, they are omnipresent. Rishis attained spiritual insights through deep meditation and introspection. Their quest was the search for dharma, the eternal law governing existence. In India, Rishis have always been deeply respected. Their words held more influence than the kings or other leaders in the society. Throughout history, India has seen a continuous line of seers and sages, with hardly any time period without at least a few such wise figures. In India, the Rishi is recognized as the true teacher or guru even today. He plays a powerful role in guiding seekers on their spiritual path, knowing the exact words and mantras to offer in their journey. The Rishi is a living example of the ideals he teaches, and his inner strength reaches directly to inspire the seeker's soul. Rishis dedicated most of their lives to self-study, writing, teaching their disciples, spreading knowledge and practicing meditation for the good of the world. They are well-wishers to all and work selflessly for everyone's well-being. According to Vedic scriptures, there are two types of Rishis. Those who directly perceived the mantras through the power of their tapas or austerities, and the others who, while unable to perceive directly, held a strong desire to understand the mantras revealed by the superior Rishis. The first type was called Sakshat Krita Dharma, and the second type was called Asakshat Krita Dharma. Later, the sense of the term Rishi got expanded and we came across many kinds of rishis mentioned in our shastras like Shrutarshi, Kandarshi, Taparshi, Satyarshi, Devarshi, Paramarshi, Rajarshi, Brahmarshi, Janarshi, etc. The famous Sanskrit synonym lexicon Amar Kosh, compiled by Amar Singha, mentions 7 types of rishis: Brahmarshi, Maharshi, Paramarshi, Devarshi, Rajarshi, Kandarshi, Shrutarshi. Amar Kosh strictly distinguishes rishi from other kinds of sages such as Sanyasi, Bhikshu, Paribrajak, Tapasvi, Muni, Brahmachari, Yati, etc. Apart from these types, we find various specific kinds of rishis, which we shall discuss later in this video. Let's see one by one. Brahmarshi. A Brahmarshi is a sage who has reached enlightenment and become a Jivan Mukt by fully understanding Brahman, achieving the highest level of divine wisdom, limitless knowledge, and self-awareness known as Brahma Gyan. When a Brahmarshi passes away, he attains Paramukti, freeing himself from samsara, the endless cycle of birth and death. They are the ultimate expert of religion and spiritual knowledge. They can live without food and sleep, and they can be wherever they want to be instantly. Rishi Vasishtha and Rishi Vishwamitra are said to be Brahmarshi. Generally, Saptarshis created out of Brahma are the Brahmarshi. They are the highest class of rishis. Below them are the Maharishis or Maharshis. They are mainly engaged in research to understand and experience nature, divinity, and the divine context of existence, and these experiences governing laws. The famous poets Rishi Balmiki and Rishi Vyasa fall into this category. Many other sages like Parashar, Kardam, Mrikanda, and many others are also considered as Maharshi. Devarshi. If a god or Dev acquires supreme knowledge, then he is called Devarshi, like Narada Muni. Generally, the seers who live in heavenly realms are also called Devarishis. Rajarshi is a title for a sage who comes from a royal lineage. A Rajarshi can be described as the king or Raja who follows a path of devotion, thus becoming a royal Rishi or Rajarshi. Unlike others, a Rajarshi does not need to give up his kingship to become a sage. For instance, Vishwamitra, who later became a Brahmarshi, attained sagehood through self-realization while still reigning. Another example of a Rajarshi is King Janaka, who is said to have gained self-knowledge from the ascetic sage Ashtavakra. As per Vayu Puran, Devarshis and Rajarshis can be proclaimed as Brahmarshi on account of their nobility of birth, penance, and ability to compose and recite mantras. In chapter 61 of Vayu Puran, we find a different approach to describe Brahmarshi, Devarshi, and Rajarshi. For more information, you can check out that chapter. Now let's see some other rishis. Those who received the mantras from their teachers are called Shrutarshi. Those who are experts in different sections of the Vedas are called Kandarshi. Those who performed severe penances were called Taparshi. Those who were given to truth and were truthful learners were called Sattarshi. Those who enjoyed a great and exalted position among the rishis because of their contributions were called Maharshi or Paramarshi. A common man possessing the qualities of a rishi is called Janarshi. Apart from this, the rishis who were householders are called Grihastha Swami. Rishis who had no wives and children or never thought of women are called Urdhvaretas. Rishis who were hermit dwellers are called Asrama Vasins. Rishis who were continuous wanderers are called Yajavaras. Rishis engaged in priestly duties are called Purohitas. Rishis constantly engaged in imparting sacred knowledge to the disciples and engaged in imparting training in warfare is called Shastradhyapakas. Rishis who were constantly engaged in intense tapas is called Ugra Tapaswins. Like this, many other Rishis are there. Examining the lives of these Rishis, we find that most of them were householders. They lived in hermitages with their families, chanted Vedic hymns, shared sacred knowledge with their disciples, practiced tapas or austerities, and performed daily rituals and sacrifices. Here, one thing we have to mention, in Vedic scriptures, we find the mention of several women seers. These women seers were called Rishikas. They were mostly the family members of the Rishis, either wives or daughters. The wives and daughters of the Rishis were not just Veda learners, but many of them were seers of mantras. That is why we see many Rishikas mentioned in Vedas, like Lopamudra, Romasha, Gargi, Apala, etc. In the Rig Veda, we find mention of 21 Rishikas. The Rishis of ancient India are not relics of the past, but living guides whose wisdom has permeated the world. In meditation, yoga, Ayurveda, and philosophy, their teachings continue to guide millions toward peace, health, and higher understanding. The legacy of the Rishis endures, reminding us that the quest for the truth and inner peace is timeless. In their path, we find the courage to look within, to seek harmony, and to discover our own potential. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.